Okay, so here is my setup and handling for the Riven pad. Okay, so here is my setup and handling for the Riven pad. First of all, I have removed two smaller blocks of cards. There's about 6 or 8 sheets in each of these from the pad proper. Next, what I would do is I would write down my 3 predictions. 1, 2, 3. And lastly, what I've done is I've put a little mark in the lower left-hand corner of section number 1. Now, I want to point this out for a reason. This little marking is at the opposite side to the sticky side of these of that section. Now, just so that you can understand the setup to this a little better, I've even taken the liberty of writing sticky on the sticky sections, just so that you can follow along with this a little more easily. The next thing you're going to do after you've written out your predictions, you put your little dot on, what you're going to do is you're just going to dab your thumb along the sticky strip just to make it a little less tacky. Now, to construct the pad itself, you're going to begin by taking the second section, and you're going to orientate its sticky side so that it is facing the opposite way to the bulk of the pad. Now that it's facing the opposite way, you're actually going to place that back on top and squeeze it into position. You're now going to take section 1, and section 1 is going to be married up with the bulk of the pad, and that is going to be stuck down too. Now, what this means is when you hold this pad in a fingertip position, a display position, if I want to just steal the top section, I'm going to bring my thumb down where the dot is, and I'll actually pull. Now, what that will do is it will actually just pull away that first section, as you can see. If, on the other hand, I wanted to reveal the second out, rather than having my thumb down here, I would move my thumb up over, and I can pull, and in this case, both sections come away. So, in essence, depending on the positioning of your thumb with a minor movement, you can control whether one group comes away or whether 2 groups come away. So that is the first thing, and the first part of the setup. Now, you will notice I've done one more thing, and that is to remove the backing sheet from the poster pad. I do that for a particular reason, because what this does, this also will facilitate a cleanup. So let's say I want to reveal out number 3. In this case, I would move my thumb up over to take 2 sections. I'm going to pull this section over, and now I can say, now remember, my prediction was made in advance, and all I'm actually going to do is I'm going to load that sticky section back on top. As I go to table it, I can now just squeeze it into position, so this block can now be freely picked up, and I've actually loaded the other 2 out onto the back of the pad, just like so. Now, a little bit of extra sort of motivation that you may wish to use would be to actually pick the pen up. So for the cleanup, what will happen is you've got this in your hand, you've written on your first prediction, tabled the pen so that your hands are now empty. You're going to decide on which out you want. So let's say I want to reveal out number 2, so my thumb would come here. I can steal this section, and under the guise of placing the pen back into the pocket, I can actually go south with this section here. So once again, let's suggest for a moment that I wanted to reveal the second out. And if that is the case, I've got my pad, I've written my prediction. We now know what section we need to take. So I want to reveal out number 3. So my thumb gets moved up here. I'm going to pull, take the pen, place that onto the table, and the job is done. I hope you like those improvements. I hope you have fun with it. I think it's a great idea, and I know your audiences will get a lot of enjoyment from it.